Okay, welcome back. I think it's the fourth part of me trying to fit a door skin. After the first three parts of actually restoring and fixing doors, and we're finally getting around to actually trying to put the door skin on now. So basically I've hung the frame back on the car, adjusted a little bit, still more adjustment to go, but I'll wait till the skin's on there so we can do a bit more adjustment so we're really sure. Already put the sound deadening on, worth doing that if you're going to do that. A hell of a lot easier than trying to squeeze it through the door winder, window winder handles. Although I did do that before with the smaller sheets of this stuff, silent coat. So it is possible, don't think it isn't. So yeah, but yeah, that's done now. So what we need to do is, I've removed the label, always remember to do that. That comes with these panels, because otherwise it will only just rust. From what I've done, I've only done ever one weld actually through the door skin. I'm not too sure if other people do more, but basically when I take them off, I'll notice that there's a weld or a spot weld just where the door handle is. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so you've got the bolt hole there for the door handle already. There's another little spot weld there. What I've done before is I'll just drill a hole now, in a minute, through next to this one, just a bit further away in between, and that allows me to then make a weld on the door skin later to the door frame. Obviously there's a weld at the top on both sides, and I also notice that sometimes on some of the doors, once it's been folded over, there's a couple of welds on the back edge of the door skin. You don't really want to be welding on the other side of the door because obviously you're just going to get warps in it, but because this one's very close to where the door hinge goes, if you're very careful you can get a weld on there, and it's all good. So let's drill that hole. It doesn't have to be big, sort of 5, 6 mil, just enough to get a good decent weld through once the door skin's on. So let's just drill that first. Apart from hitting my leg on the workmate, what I also did was just drilled a couple more holes just on the folded part of the skin. Just a couple, one in the tops, one in the bottoms on either side, because then once it's folded over I can then use them to plug weld through to helpfully give it a bit more strength and square the thing up so it's not completely relying on compression fitting once it's clamped down. I don't have any of the proper tools for bending any of this, and plenty of other tutorials on there that show how to use proper tools. I just use tools I've got laying around, a hammer, piece of wood, things like that, and mold grips. So I'm not saying this is the best way to do things, it's just the way I do things. So yeah, How to Fit a Door Screen by Matt Green. Alright, so what we need to do is get the door frame off now, and then get this laid on top. What I might just do first is just try the door skin while it's still on the door frame. The only thing you've got to really align anything on to start with is the hole for where the door handle goes through. So what I've just done is popped a screw, nut and screw through there, so it gets that tight. So you hopefully know that's in a good position, and then you can work out and have a good look to see how the rest of the doors fit in. Don't know how easy this is to see, but you can quite see how easy it is to warp a door by doing it on the bench and without even trying it on the car, because you could just go clamp it all up now, tighten it up, seal it all up, and it's done, and then you could have ended a door like here. So you can see it's fitting quite well down the bottom here, but the door just bows all the way up to the top. Not a major issue, because in this position you can do a lot of flexing, but what you need to do is, before you do the final welds later, and really clamp it into place, is to put it back on the car so we can actually see how far out it is. But yeah, so let's get it off the car and onto the bench now so we can start sort of getting some folds on it. Alright, car's off the door. The car is off the door. So now it's upside down, we can get a better look and just see how we're looking for fit. Just in case where we've repaired stuff, we've made things a little bit bigger. It's a crack I need to weld up for that door frame, but again I'll do that once it's after the door skin's done and it's all on the car, because it really helps. Otherwise I'm just going to weld it in the wrong place now. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. So yeah, leave it for a second until I work out and get all my other tools ready. Something I must just do is remove the door hinges. I didn't do that last time when I last did my door skin. It just makes, when you're going around, it makes it harder folding it in just near the door hinge. So we'll take them off and then we can fold over the door skin and put them back on after. Okay, just turned it over. I'm going to put some clamps in the corner with just some plates just to spread the load, just so I'm not just forcing down, and they're only set on a very gentle setting just to hold it down. Change my gloves. So yeah, back in a second once I've sorted myself out. Okay, so try to put you a bit lower down just so you can see what I'm bodging up. So basically, main tools I've got: hammer, panel hammer that I've used for lots of other things and people hate me for it. Big block of wood, that's going to go on top when I start tapping the edge here. It just helps me spread the load and also just stops it lifting. So basically all your force is going into folding it, not trying to bend the outer door skin. A bit of aluminium or a bit of metal, anything you got, a bit thick, that'll be used later on to spread the load again. Because again, you don't want to try and make any marks on the outside of the door skin because it is perfect, so you should be able to just sand it down and paint it if ideal. But life's never ideal, so you want to bare minimum damage. And then I'll have my mold grips, and once it's bent over a little bit, I'll use this to squeeze it. I won't go all the way, I'll just do it 2 or 3 times all the way around, just squeezing it a bit more and a bit more. You try and go too much in one go. One, it makes it very difficult to do, but also you don't get a very nice fold. The reason I just tap it over to start with is, again, you know, it's 90 degrees, so the mold grips really don't like bending it. Obviously the proper tools allow you to do that, I think. So yeah, we just push down, so make sure that the skin, we've got the clamp on anyway, that the skin is against the frame, because again you don't want to start bending it over and actually miss the frame. So basically just a short, sharp trying to keep the block of wood moving along, and also trying to hit in the middle of the block of wood, if you see what I mean. So while pressing down. Again, you're never going to know until the end of the day when we actually finish and see, once we actually get to the paint work, see how well I've done. But yeah, worst case, if you start feeling bad things, you know you're going wrong. But yeah, so that's how I do it. I'll just carry on now, all around the outside a few times to try and get the thing folded down. Okay, you could go a bit further with a hammer if you wanted, but I like just to finish the last bit off with mold grips. So you take your mold grips, you've got your spreader plate on top again to spread the load, and then you basically squeeze that. Swan neck's mostly a bit easier. Bloody mold grips keep sticking all the time, and then you have to keep undoing them again. But I use the tools I've got around me. Again, don't try and go all the way and fold it right on yet. Just
set the mould grips to a certain level so it bends it enough. Move along, keeping in the middle of the plate. Just spread the load. Just get the mould grips just on the back edge of it and just fold it over. There you go, and then have a look to see if you've missed any areas. And then go around like that. Then tighten the mould grips up a bit more, and go a bit more and a bit more until you're pretty much tight on the frame. It'll still wiggle a little bit under pressure. So yeah, keep going like that. Okay, that's that folded over as far as I can, or as far as I dare at the moment. I'm going to now just missed that little bit. Put the hinges back on, get it mounted to the car, and see how square it is. See if I can do any tweaking with it square, because it can still move at the moment. And then see if we can get it square to the car. Then we can get some welds on it, and then clamp over a little bit more and put a bit of pressure on it, and then it'll be ready for sealing. Okay, yeah, I can't remember where I left the last video, but yeah, get the hinges on. Let's get the door bolted on, and see what it's looking like. Okay, try and get a bit more space here, so you can actually see a bit more. Yeah, doors on, put some spaces on. Not completely happy with the gap at the front, but I'll work on that, because to be honest the rest of the door fits very well at the moment, so much better than the driver's passenger side. So yeah, what I'm just looking at is the shape to the A panel and the shape to the back panel here. So as you can see here at the moment, it's nice and flush there, nice and flush at the bottom here, but obviously it's now sticking out, so we need to try and twist the door, which we can do. Wow, and that just sort of moved. I just twisted that and it actually sort of stayed in its position. So yeah, that's getting good. That what I might need to do is just take this bolt out, because I think that's just stopping it fractionally. And then what we can do is then get some welds on it once we're happy with the position. So yeah, all we've got to do is twist it a little bit. Okay, so what I did was I just got a clamp on the top here, and that allowed me to then sort of twist the door now, and it sort of stays in its position. So I don't think I'm going to get much better than that, especially on a Mini, especially a Mini that I've built. So obviously all the shut lines look really good later on once it's all black, because you won't be able to see the shut lines, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's good enough. Let's get the weld on that and get it buttoned up, and then that's the end of this video. Okay, well, there's a few more welds to do, but it's easier to do that once the door's off. But that's it. It's, again, just that twisting helps make the door fit. Yeah, all good. So yeah, hopefully it helped. Hopefully you can do better, guys. So yeah, good ones.